is this cheating in sim racing or genius? Is completely divided opinion, and I want to know the truth here. So I'm going to let you know about one of the most interesting for me instance in sim racing history. It does involve Max Verstappen because it's his sim racing team, Team Redline. I believe he owns it. And basically, Sam, I'm here with Walmart, who's a professional karter, long-time sim racer as well. What they did is Team Redline, who are one of the fastest sim racing esports teams, they entered the iRacing Nürburgring 24 Hours, which we've both done. And it's the biggest event in iRacing, the hardest race. They qualified with their cars right at the front of the grid.
Yep.
But when it came to grid up for the race, this is when all the weird stuff starts happening. So they gridded up on wet tyres, which meant their car sits higher up the ground because you got all the tread of the wet tyre. And then they put no fuel in it, or very low fuel.
Which means it's even higher.
Even higher,
yep.
And press down. And then as the formation lap was getting underway, they pulled off and they towed back to the pits.
Correct.
So they got accelerated back to the pits because it's like so immediate or very quick under that procedure.
It's not a particularly long one.
No. And then they changed the tyres to dry tyres, which means the car sits a bit lower. And then they put race fuel in, and the car's now
even lower.
So you've got a car sitting lower to the ground, which we know is just good for speed on iRacing. It's better for the aero and the handling.
Better for a lot of things, isn't it?
Yeah. So they do that. They come out not at the front of the pack anymore, but now they have a faster car.
And for over 24 hours.
24 hours,
it's definitely worth taking that hit.
So they start overtaking. We see that at like Le Mans and races where sometimes a car gets DQ'd in qualifying, and at the beginning they have to overtake, but then it doesn't actually take. You don't lose as much time as you think.
It doesn't take as long as you'd imagine. Oh, I'm starting last, but it's a split category. It doesn't take very long to get
which is super interesting. But then some iRacing get involved. There's something behind the scenes for Team Redline. Their stream goes all funny. Max Verstappen is scheduled to be on the stream. Some people saying Max Verstappen was actually going to drive. You just don't know with Max Verstappen. Is he going to drive at the real life Nürburgring 24 Hours? You don't know.
There's so many things.
Is he going to drive at Spa 24 Hours? Will they have a TBD? He's literally, as we speak, at Spa testing in a GT3. So was he going to be doing Nürburgring 24 Hours iRacing? Well, he literally did it the year before whilst he was at Imola. He won Imola, and then he won the Nürburgring 24 Hours. So that's unconfirmed, but Max Verstappen is definitely involved in this because when you think Team Redline, think Max Verstappen. But anyway, in any event, the Team Redline drivers pull into the pits and essentially abandon the race.
Yeah, it was 3 out of their 4 cars, I think it was, who did it.
Yeah, and they didn't. It wasn't like they got black flagged. They pulled in.
I think they were requested to leave
to avoid embarrassment.
Yes,
embarrassment was called. So that's setting the scene. Let's get into the meat of it, which is as someone who's a professional karter, and also I know that on your channel, the World Mid channel, you're looking into the karting kind of situations of people pushing the boundaries because the prize on offer is like potentially an F1 seat if you go all the way up. Do you think in the round that's cheating or that's pushing the boundaries?
Is it cheating or is it gameplay, really? And I don't mean gameplay as in computer game, I mean gameplay in general.
Yeah.
For me, in real life, that wouldn't be allowed. That would be a straight up disqualification.
Is that because of plank wear?
Because of ride height. You'd have a minimum ride height.
That if you drop below it in the race?
Yes. So that's why they always check stuff like that. They don't in karting. If there's anyone watching who does karting, they don't check your ride height. But in big, real cars, they do. For me, what they did was cheating. Purely because they've circumnavigated around the rule by using a loophole, which has been in the game for quite a while.
There's no one going scrutineering.
Pardon?
There's no one going check of the ride height.
Yeah, once you've gridded up and started moving your formation, even if you change from tyres to think, it doesn't recheck your ride height again.
Yeah.
So it's been a loophole in the game of iRacing for quite a while. It's been discussed quite a lot on their forums as well. Redline have used it, and I'm sure other teams have used it as well. But this is the first big team to actually have some drama about it.
Yeah, there are probably people who've done Daytona or whatever, and they've seen people pull over on the start and like, oh, I guess they're going to avoid all the crashes. But maybe they've been doing this exploit that iRacing have been on notice about.
Yeah, and I mean, one of the things which lower ride height does, it gives you more speed because obviously you're lower down, so there's less drag. it'll help you through the corners because obviously you're lower centre of gravity, so you'll have more lateral grip side to side. It's not just a thing like you gain in one place, like you'll go faster down the straight. You'll also noticeably gain a lot through the corners as well. It's a very dynamic, it adjusts a lot of different things.
And again, people saying if Max was going to race, not confirmed, he would then be in the fastest car, which was the whole drama about Franz Hermann at the Nürburgring. Was like, was he in a DTM spec car? So absolutely fascinating. It's really split opinion online. I think iRacing have some discretion in the rules about spirit or intent. I think iRacing still haven't been clear enough, which is why we're making this video, because I would like to know from iRacing, is this cheating or is it just exploiting a loophole in the rules and the loophole's been closed?
Yeah. So what really happened was the situation escalated when an iRacing chief steward entered Team Redline's official broadcast chat to address the issue publicly.
Yeah.
And the steward informed the team they were being investigated for violating the iRacing sporting code.
Yeah, I think he didn't call out any team in particular, but he said that there has been a breach, or this has been a breach, or this would be so it's like, again, it's like just black flag or something. Like, can you imagine in Formula One, like,
I think that because it's
we recommend you come into the
I think because it's a known exploit.
Okay.
They kind of wanted to save face. Like, if you disqualify us, it's like, well, why aren't you disqualifying everyone? Or, why haven't you closed this loophole? So maybe it's like, we won't disqualify you. We'll ask you to leave. Then you don't come out as cheating.
And we don't need to, actually.
And, although everyone knows what's happening.
Yeah. You've got people like us who will talk about it because we want to know. Would you, I can give my answer on this, how would you feel driving for a team doing something like that?
I think that, for me, it's a hard one to answer. Obviously, because if you ever win whilst cheating, it's always a case of, well, would I have won if I hadn't cheated? Have I only won because I cheated?
Yeah.
And obviously you don't want that because that's always in the back of your mind, and everyone else will always be thinking, did Sam only ever win that race? Because it tainted my history.
Yeah. So I think, I'm trying to think about when I was doing a lot of iRacing endurance races, we do stuff like clutching. Like, literally, I did these races on these pedals. Like, I would be clutching in and saving a load of fuel. I don't think that's realistic. Like, I don't think it's super realistic. Like, let's clutch in and like we're not burning any fuel.
Yeah, but that's like a loophole.
That's a loophole.
Yeah.
So at the time, we were like, oh, this is a really difficult thing to do. Let's try and do it, because then you try and brake and the clutch is a little bit mad. But we were excited to do it, and we were not thinking about that as cheating at all. And I wonder whether some people will look at that and look at it as the same as
we're looking at this.
Yeah, like this is the game is not going to disqualify us. But it's the same when you find a corner cut. I would say a corner cut or wall riding is cheating. But some people
wall riding.
I would say
sure.
when I say corner cut, I mean like a massive corner cut.
Oh, okay.
Not like I mean like literally I can just go over this corner.
But then you say about the wall riding, the Chastain in NASCAR.
Yeah.
Was that cheating?
Was Ross Chastain in NASCAR cheating? In fact,
or was that the best thing you've ever seen in your life?
We're going to end the video here. Let us know in the comments what you think.